As members of the Global Farmer Network,
we believe agriculture is part of the solution,
not part of the problem.
We are committed to developing agricultural leaders
and sharing their stories across the globe.
We have one purpose:
to amplify the farmer's voice.
My voice.
Mi voz.
La mia voce.
My voice.
Welcome to Global Farmer Voices, a podcast by the Global Farmer Network where we invite farmers from around the world to share their stories and perspectives. Hello, I'm Delaney Howell, host for this podcast series, and we're excited to continue our mini-series in partnership with the Farmer Voice survey supported by Bayer. For the past 2 years, Bayer has sponsored a global survey of farmers in 8 countries across 6 continents. The latest survey is now available for farmers to access worldwide. The survey asked farmers to share their thoughts on a wide range of topics, including innovation, digital technologies, business challenges and opportunities, as well as farming practices and how they feel about their livelihoods. As this mini-series wraps up, we have a few important conversations yet to unpack as we uncover some of the unique challenges and insights farmers have from across the globe. We encourage you to join in on the conversation by visiting go.bayer.com/farmervoice. In this mini-series, we talk to 3 farmers: Marco Pasti from Italy, Chitra Nehra from India, and Vincente Bissoni from Brazil. We asked them about specific needs and opportunities they see for their operations. Bayer's Farmer Voice survey found that access to better information and technology and policy and regulatory changes are key to providing new opportunities within agriculture. 89% of farmers say that more people need to listen to their voice, and the farmers we'll hear from in this episode certainly agree. Before we dive into some of the needs and opportunities of these farmers, let's learn a little bit more about who these GFN members are. Marco Pasti is a farmer from northeastern Italy where he grows corn and soybeans. His expertise is in conservation tillage, an environmentally friendly practice that is extremely important to his farm due to its physical geography, sitting well below sea level.
Well, I'm located in the northeastern part of Italy, along the sea coast of Adriatic Sea, so about 50 kilometers northeast of Venice. And my farm is below sea level. My grandfather bought the land and he built a pump to take out water. And he started growing some crops just before the First World War. Then the First World War came here, exactly here. So many things were destroyed during the war. And then he started again after the war, and he managed to overcome all the problems. Even during the huge storm in the 1966, and the sea was able to get inside the land, and I think it took 4 months to pump out all the water. So we are in a region where we have fertile soils, good rain during the winter time, not so good during the summer time. Also, we are facing quite an important shift on climate in the last 10 years. The temperature going up in northern part of Italy more than in the rest of the world. We are facing, like in the summertime, 3 degrees Celsius higher temperature. So it's quite a big change, and this is stressing the plants quite a lot. And also the pests are more active, and so corn acreage went down quite a lot in northern Italy in the last 15 years. But coming back to my farm, I'm taking care of quite a big farm for this part of Europe, of Italy, and we are taking care now of about 1,000 hectares. What is quite bigger than the average size of in Italy, and we do have the main crops are arable crops like corn, soybean, wheat, sugar beets, and some barley. Then we also have some vineyard for grapes for wine, a walnut orchard for walnut production for fruit.
Marco's family farm has a long, rich history, overcoming challenges from wars to climate change and growing into a diverse operation. Similarly, our next farmer, Chitra Nehra, is also part of a multi-generation farming family. In northern India, she brings a scientific background to her family's farm, where they grow a wide variety of crops and work to manage modern agricultural challenges.
Actually, our farm is located in the northern part of India, in the state Rajasthan, and our family is farming family. We are like fifth generations, or maybe more than that, because I'm aware till fifth generation. So we are farmers. Basically, our farm size is around 16 hectare, and we grow different crops in different seasons. Like this time here is in winter season, we have grown mustard, wheat, and gram crops at our field. Like we have just sown in this month or last month. And in when in summers, mostly we grow groundnut crop, and other than that, gawar bean, mung bean, all these we grow. And other than these main crops, we also grow vegetables like okra, tomato, and chili. These are our main crops. Actually, farming is something I have grown up in the farm, and maybe that is the thing that inclined me to. I have done my studies. I have done my doctorate study in plant viruses. So, and after that, because of my roots and the time I have spent on a farm, made me to choose as a farmer uh, when it comes to choose the main occupation. There is one family, Begoma viruses, which mainly infect dicot plants. So I have worked on that, and I have my main work, if I say, that was in the uh, seeing the diversity of viruses. I have chosen like 3 states of Rajasthan, and I have checked that like how diverse this virus is, how this is evolving.
As a smaller stakeholder farmer, Chitra brings a unique perspective to today's episode. In stark comparison, Vincente Bissoni's 80,000 hectare Brazilian farm operates much differently. His farm, called Botuveira Group, is located in western Brazil and produces corn, soybeans, and livestock.
I'm a member of a family of farmers. We farm in Mato Grosso, one of the main states in Brazil. We farm soybeans, corn, and for the first year now we started in the cotton as well. We also have livestock integration in all of these farms, and a truck business, which was actually the start of the company almost 50 years ago. Next year, 2025, is an important year for us, as when we celebrate 50 years of history. It all started with my father and his brothers joining together to put this business and making what it is right now. So in terms of scale, we farm now 35,000 hectares of soybean corn, and like I said, now cotton, plus 20-something thousand heads of cattle, yeah, and 300 trucks that transport all the agribusiness goods to the main roads in Brazil. I'm CEO of the group, CFO of the group. So it's a basic standard in the CFO operation, yeah. Like a family business, what we try to do, I would say a little bit ahead, is to work out the governance and succession planning, all the structures. So although we are farmers and we have a simple life, so to say, but we try to bring out the management tools to the company. And one of my roles is to try to keep up with the market in terms of the best practices in management. I think my family's business was always in my blood, yeah. And sooner or later that would be important for me. But I also wanted to see what I could achieve by myself. That's why I studied mechanic engineering. So I'm not typically a farmer by background.
Vicente's story is one of growth and adaptation, not just in terms of expanding his family farm's operation, but also in integrating management tools to strengthen the business. From crops to cattle and even a trucking business, his family's 50-year legacy is a testament to the innovation and resilience we see in agriculture. Marco in Italy faces a different kind of challenge: navigating the complexities of bureaucracy and climate change. For him, the frustration lies in having science based tools just out of reach due to shifts in public policy, regulation, and ultimately public interest. Unfortunately, as Marco has shared, in Europe there has been a larger shift of distrust toward farmers and some of the tools available, regardless of their science based approach.
Although is getting more and more complicated every year, it passes a lot of bureaucracy. We cannot take advantage of all the tools that science give to us, especially on genetics. And this is kind of frustrating because we have facing bigger and bigger problems, but we could have the tools to solve it, but we cannot use them. I think it's climate change. Well, two things. With climate change, not only in the meteorological sense, but also in the political sense. When I start farming, the farmers was a good man. Now is a bad man. So the image of farmers, especially in Europe, has been object of a very strong attack by some Greens party, not all, but some of them. And so now we have a kind of hard time to explain what we do and what we need to be viable as farmer. And sometimes we listen to people who teach us how to we should farm, but clear people never been farming, so it's kind of difficult to have a constructive dialogue with them because of there's a lot of ideology, and probably we should improve our communication skills as farmer to explain better the problem we face and the solution we should try. What I think is very miserable for us is that not only we cannot use GMO, for instance, or BT corn, it would be very important for us, but we cannot even have trials, public trials, to see then in the field, to see then the opportunity we could represent for us. So how much would have changed the mycotoxin contamination, how much energy would require to produce 1 unit of corn, or how much chemicals we should use, or how much water, to have data to decide if use them or not to use. We simply we cannot even do information about this new GMO that farmers in other parts of the world can use.
Marco's experience in Italy highlights the struggles many farmers face when science and innovation are within reach, yet inaccessible due to the policy and bureaucracy. Climate change is not just a meteorological threat, it's reshaping how farmers are perceived and how they operate. This difficulty is echoed in other parts of the world, where farmers like Chitra in India face their own battles with climate change, as well as issues of access to essential tools, technologies, and resources such as water. For Chitra, adapting these changes means turning to high-value crops and sustainable practices to ensure a viable future for her farm.
Today, if I see opportunities, first one is the growing high value crops rather than staying to growing traditional crops, like growing high value crops. Like if I see in my area, there are some crops, crops that can be grown, like it is mostly semi arid desert type. So dragon fruit, we are planning to like plant dragon fruit plantation, and like that we can shift to high value crops. And the second thing is practicing regenerative agriculture, that will help in maintaining our soil health in long term. Next one is digitalization, managing our farm, our crops, and like AI based tools and sensors, and uh, using AI based search engines about agriculture related queries and all. And next thing is agritourism, offering farm tours and farm stay. Pick your own experience to give urban consumers. That will help. I think that is better win-win situation for both the consumers as well as farmers. Today, if I see then one thing is climate change, and climate change how it is impacting. If I see this year example, okay, if here we it, used to have monsoon arrival at our area in July, but now it has shifted like late July. Then it started. It start from August and it like keep raining in till September. And the second thing at my area, the a big challenge is a water scarcity. There water resources are we are using underground water. So from last 40-50 years, we are using, we have started 40-50 years back and we are using. So due to like continuous consumption, now this underground water level is decreasing. It has decreased very much. This because of that, this year even we have to choose that only way we will do farming at like limited area only, because we cannot provide proper water supply to our crops.
Chitra's experience in India reflects the delicate balance farmers must navigate between adapting to climate challenges and securing resources like water. As she explores high-value crops and sustainable practices, it's clear that innovation and adaptability are key for her operation's continued success. Vicente provides yet again another perspective, one that is somewhat similar to Marco's. His concerns focus on legislation and the evolving role of farming in a modern society. For him, managing a farm now goes far beyond their traditional operations within the farm gate.
Governance. Corporate governance, it's like the key tools that you use to manage a company. But governance nowadays is specifically directed to or pointed to the family businesses. So one of its main definitions is to segregate and to understand the role of the family, the role of the ownership, and the role of the management. It's a lot of conversations to understand how the family is gonna help the business, how the ownership is gonna be structured, and how the management is gonna run the business itself. So, and we have specific forums, agendas, meetings, and throughout the year to deal with all these three different agents of the governance. So I think I say that a lot, and I wanna make sure I say that again and again and again. Is that never in history the farming business was so close to society. So for me, it's a major opportunity that we have to be close to society, to understand the issues that society is facing in terms of consumption. I think the major challenge that I face now is that farming is not only about inside the gate anymore. And so my father, my uncles, they used to farm, basically looking at the costs and looking at the operation inside the gates. And once the grain was out, job's done. And now we know it's not like that anymore. So we are a part of a bigger thing, yeah, a big society, a big country, a big world, and we have to understand how these dynamics work. And to be honest, there's a lot of politics, there's a lot of trading wars, there's a lot of trading barriers, there's a lot of misunderstanding, misinformation, misguidance of everything. Trying every country or every politician trying to look for its own look at its own objectives, and we are just put in the middle of all of that, and we farmers are not prepared for that normally. So the main challenge here is to look outside our gate. Yeah.
Despite the challenges that Marco, Chitra, and Vicente face, they share a hopeful outlook for the future of farming. Marco believes that advancements in science and innovation hold the potential to revolutionize the agricultural sector if farmers are given the tools and public support to use them. Chitra also echoes this sentiment, emphasizing the role of technology and sustainability in shaping the future of farming.
Well, It's not easy. We tend to be pessimistic. So we need to be also optimistic. I think science is in an exponential growth. RNA can have a huge application in farming sector. So we are with the improvement of science, we could have fantastic tools that are coming to help us. We need to be able to use them, and to do that, we need to be transparent with publics and to try to make them understand that if we don't take advantage of innovation, we are phasing out the farming sector in Europe.
Yeah, future of farming will be shaped by technology, like using AI-based tools, uh, drones, sensors that will help in generating less waste and better yield, and as well as op- uh, optimized use of water and fertilizers, because excessive water and fertilizers, that is also uh, not good for farming practices. And second thing is sustainability, adopting climate resistant practices. And third thing is digitalization, platform like global farmer network, that is internationally, and local networks where that connect farmers and buyers and other stakeholders. And uh, next one is like making this more consumer and farmer relationships strong, so they can understand the challenges farmers are facing.
First, we gotta make agriculture very friendly and very attractive to the next generation. Because if we still think about farming as driving tractors back and forth all day long in the sun, there's no next generation, to be honest. People were gonna move to the cities, how it has been for the next decades and the last decades. So I think my main role here, thinking of the next generation, is to show how fun, yeah, how cool it is to be a farmer, and how technological it is, how rich it is, how powerful it is, how many solutions, how important it is, how relevant it is in society, how many tables we supply with food, how many houses we supply with energy, and how important it is to have good arable land for the next 100 to 150 500 years. And that's how we attract the next generation, and maybe not only from the family but also from the cities back. Yeah, and maybe have what we've seen here in Mato Grosso is a lot of people coming from the cities back to agribusiness, because there's a lot of career opportunities. There's AI opportunities also in agribusiness. There's the technology, there's genetics, like I said. And from a strategic point of view, I'm pretty sure that good arable land in the world is becoming a rare asset. Yeah, we will deforest each day less and less. Yeah, we have to protect our climate and have a good balance between forests and arable land and potable water and so edible water. And this balance needs to be achieved also with a lot of technology, a lot of study, and we will need that education, academics, universities, so research, and to bring people closer to the farm. It's the best way to leverage all of that and make agriculture 5.0, 6.0, and so on. I truly believe that we are the solution, because there's a lot that we can do, and we just need to show it a little bit more and tell people what we do, and work a little harder in good agreements, trading agreements, bring politicians to the discussion as well, the trading markets, the trading companies, try to reduce the barriers that we have. And with that, we're gonna show the world how good the solutions are, yeah, how efficient we can be, how productive we can be in bringing food to society and energy now more than ever. Agribusiness has a huge opportunity in terms of renewable energy.
From the rolling hills of Italy to the fields of India and Brazil, farmers around the world are adapting to a rapidly changing landscape. These farmers offer their unique perspectives on the needs and opportunities that define modern agriculture. As we've seen today, while the challenges are immense, so too are the opportunities for growth, innovation, and sustainability. As the global conversation continues to unfold around more timely topics, be sure to get engaged by visiting go.bayer.com/farmervoice. If you're interested in learning more about the Global Farmer Network's mission and its members, seeing some of the things the organization is up to, and finding out how you can get involved, please visit globalfarmernetwork.org. If you enjoyed the podcast today, be sure to subscribe and follow Global Farmer Network on social media: Facebook, X, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube. Until next time, I'm Delaney Howell, and this has been a special series of the Global Farmer Voices podcast in partnership with the Farmer Voice Survey, supported and sponsored by Bayer.